Welcome to the In Shape Fitness Show. I'm Kim Watkins, your trainer, and this week's workout is called a push for power. Yeah, it's cold in New York City. I'm sure it's cold where you are. I'm not feeling like doing very much, but the truth is this is the time of the year when, if you really focus on some of the stability stuff the stability moves that will help protect your core, your hips, and keep your body kind of moving along, adding some flexibility. And by the time the spring gets here, you won't feel so rickety and feel like you're coming out of hibernation. So let's get you warmed up with a windmill move. Stand with double shoulder width apart, hands over your head, clasp your hands, and take a big deep breath in. As you exhale, rotate, hinging at your hip, rotating your body down to the right and up to the left. Make sure that your back is straight, tuck in your tailbone, squeeze your abdominal muscles, and make one more rotation down to the right, up to the left. Feel that great stretch in your lower back as you touch the floor, hopefully, or get close to it. Now switch directions for me and swing down to the left and up to the right. Very good. One more time. We're going to get the heart rate up next with some jumping jacks. Remember, with jacks, slight bend in the knee, landing lightly on the balls of your feet. If you're taking your hands all the way up over your head, you want to touch at the top, no noodles. And if you're not at all aerobic, make sure that you just don't, you don't lift up super high, just maybe shoulder height. So let's start the 30 seconds on that warm-up move now. Keep breathing. Make sure you're really focused on taking breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And you've got about 15 seconds left. And first move, we're actually going to do a series, 4 total moves in what we call the walk out stance, which means you're going to be walking out to push-up position, basically walking out to a plank, starting in just a couple seconds. So you're finished with your jumping jacks. Just if you want to jog in place, as I kind of explain how we're going to do this, that would be great. We're going to start in 20 seconds. So you're going to walk out to push-up position each time, hinging at your hip, walking your hands out, keeping your feet in one place. And then you're going to do a push-up, just one. Then you're going to walk your hands back, leave your feet in one spot, stand all the way up, and then immediately start again, okay? Let's start the 30 seconds. Go ahead and put your hands down on the floor, walk your hands out. You might have to bend your knee a little bit in order to swan dive over to the floor. Then do one push-up, then walk your hands all the way back, stand all the way up, and do again. Let's try to do 2 more. You've officially got 10 seconds left. But the cool thing about this little series I've got you doing is that you're going to continue doing this walkout move. So the end of the 30 seconds, so you're done with the push-ups, but you're going to move on to a Spider-Man now. So just keep it going. I'll tell you when the 30 seconds for Spider-Man's begins officially, but just keep doing those push-ups as I tell you what you're going to do now. Instead of doing one push-up, you're going to bring the right knee around to the right side, touching the right elbow. Extend the leg back, then do the same thing with the left knee and the left elbow. Then walk your hands back, then stand all the way up, okay? 30 seconds is going now. Very good. Keep breathing. Focus here. I know these are, it's only one, but the funky thing about switching directions, like getting into the position, then walking your hands back, then standing up, then starting again, is that your awareness in space forces your metabolic rate, or your heart rate, really, at this point, to stay elevated in such a way that you never get a break, because you're not going to get a break again. You're going to do something now we call walkout jacks. So you're going to continue in the same vein where you hinge at the hip, put your hands on the floor, walk out to that plank or push-up position. Now, instead of moving your upper body, all you're going to do is jump your feet all the way out as far as they go, wide to like a jack, and jump back in, then walk your hands back and stand all the way up. Okay, let's do that again. 30 seconds is going. After this, we're going to do a little trio. It might take a little longer than 30 seconds, but we're going to do 3 of each thing each time for each of the walkout sort of components. So that's coming up in just a second here. You've got 15 seconds left on these walkout jacks, walkout jumping jacks, if you will. So you're walking out, you're doing one jack, jumping your feet back in, standing back up. You've got 8 seconds left, and then we're going to do our little trio. Okay, so the trio, stand all the way up for me now. The trio is going to be, once again, you're going to bend over, put your hands on the floor, walk out to the position, to the push-up position. Do one push-up, then do one Spider-Man on the right side, Spider-Man on the left side, one jack, feet back together, walk your hands back, stand all the way up. I know, this is so fun, right? Okay, let's start the clock. We'll go for about 40 seconds so that we can do 2 or 3. Go ahead and go. Make sure that you are moving with control when you're in push-up position. Make sure your butt stays down. Take your time. If you only end up doing 2 of the trios, it's not a big deal. You've got 20 seconds left. You're doing great. Really, really great. And count it down here from 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stand up, all the way up. Feet together, toes and heels touching. And all you're going to do is something I call a standing swim. Now, this is just, it's kind of just to give you a little bit of a break, but pretend that you're Michael Phelps swimming through the air, basically. All right, I'm going to have you go ahead and start the 30 seconds now. You're making very controlled backwards first freestyle circles. Right hand first, then the left, kind of cupping with your hands as though you would be cupping the water underneath the water if you were actually swimming. And just breathe. Really stretch those arms out. Give the arms a good stretch. They've done a fair amount of work here. All right, now plant your feet. Shoulder width apart. We're going to do a standard squat. Make sure that your toes do not turn out. You're going to squat down, make sure your knees don't go past the tips of your toes, and then on your way up, exhale and squeeze your glutes and press your heels into the floor. Okay, let's start your time now. 30 seconds. Inhale on your way down, exhale as you lift back up. If you want, with your arms, if you have the desire to make this a little more aerobic, lift your arms up over your head, kind of in like a sun salutation. All right, you're halfway through. Keep it going. Going to do some lunges next. Another combination move where you're going to be doing lunges for 1.5 minutes. So get ready for that. Hopefully you're able to do lunges. If you have knee problems, I would not recommend doing lunges. If that's the case, then just jog in place, maybe do some more squats. The squat segment is over, by the way. With the lunges, we're going to do a forward alternating forward lunge, then an alternating backward lunge, then an alternating combo lunge. So the forward lunge, your hands are on your hips. You're going to take a big step out with your right leg so that you can make 90-degree angles with both feet, and you bend both knees at the same time, lowering the body. The torso should stay completely straight. Engage your abs, and then push off with the right foot as you go to start. Go back to start, and then repeat with the left side. So let's start the 30 seconds on that now. And again, if you're not able to do lunges, you should do some, you can do jumping jacks, you can do some other squats. You can just walk in or march in place. You're 10 seconds into the lunges. Very good. Real important to make sure that you keep your back straight. You don't collapse at your hips. You've got 5 more seconds. We're going to switch to backwards lunges or reverse lunges. And now, same starting position, only with the right leg now. You're going to step back, make the double 90-degree angle, then push off with the back leg, back to start, and the left leg. Not super overly complicated in terms of lunges. We're going to make it a little more difficult next when we go to the combo lunge, but it's really good to incorporate lunges into your workouts. You should feel this in your quads. Obviously, they absorb a lot of your body weight even without your thinking about it. It's also really good for your hips, your glutes, your hamstrings, and this is a dynamic flexibility workout too, in terms of just overall range of motion you have with the lower limbs. Okay, let's do that combo lunge. So again, starting with the right leg, take a big step forward, bend both knees. As you're stepping back, don't stop in the middle, but step all the way back and do that backwards lunge. Time starts now for 30 seconds on the combo here. Left leg is next. Alternate, so you go right forward, right back, left forward, left back. All right, 10 seconds down. We're making our way through the workout here. We're going to do some hopping next. And then we're going to do some floor work focused on your abdominals. 8 seconds. Hopefully you have a lovely weekend planned and week ahead, of course, for, gosh, we're already going to be close to the end of the month of January. Can you believe it? I honestly can't believe it. It's Martin Luther King Day on Monday. And we're done with our lunges. Now let's do some bunny hops. Okay, so bunny hop is pretty simple. Keep a bend in your knee. Your hands are on your hips. You're just hopping a couple of inches off the floor. And time is going. If this is way too easy for you, jump on one foot for 5 or 10 times, and then exchange change your feet. You've got 15 seconds left. We're going to make it harder. So I'll tell you that now. You're going to a lateral jump, a ski jump. So if you are feeling like the bunny hops are too easy, now you can start ski jumping. Just go right into it, jumping right to left. If you are having a hard time aerobically at this point, take it down to a side step, where you step one foot over to the right, then bring the left leg over, then step your left leg to the left, and then your right leg over. But if you can, keep on moving, keep on jumping. Jumping is so good for you because there are tons and tons, millions of neurotransmitters in your feet that get activated by the pressure, by the jump. So if you send these cool activation signals up through your body, everything works a little bit better. Everyone's like, oh, okay, time to work, time to do my thing. Now you're going to do a lateral jump, so the same ski jump, but I actually want you to squat all the way down and tap the floor each time. So jump over to the right, tap the floor on the right, jump over to the left. 30 seconds is going again. This is the last jumping move. And same with the other issue. Do a lateral lunge if you like, or continue with the side stepping if the jumps are just too much for you. You're halfway through, 15 seconds left. Got about 9 minutes left maybe on this workout, and you'll be finished. And we are going down to the floor after this. We have 5 crunches to do, and then you will be all set. All right, let's do it. Down on the floor, hands behind your head. Why don't you lift I'll give you a couple ways you can do this. It's officially a bent knee crunch, but those aren't too difficult. So if your knees are up in the air, your feet are at 90 degrees, and your hands are behind your head, you can do a crunch there. You really, really want to focus on lifting your head, your shoulders, and the top of your rib cage up off the floor. If that's really just too easy for you, then maybe make your legs straight up and down, or you can lower them onto the floor, feet facing each other, and your knees out like a butterfly. That's called a butterfly crunch. So that's another way to make it harder. Let's start the 30 seconds now. However you decided to do it, we do have 5 crunches we'll be doing, including our final move, which is a roll up, which we'll do for 60 seconds. So, whether you're really strong or not at all strong, pretty weak, you're gonna feel this at the end of the day. Your abs are gonna get a decent workout. So keep it going for another 7 seconds. Very nice. Okay, now your hands are still your hands are down by your side, and your feet are on the floor. Don't turn your toes out. What I want you to do now is crunch up and around to the right side so that your right fingers can touch your right heel. Then put your head back on the floor. Then do the same thing by crunching up but around to the left so that your left fingertips can touch the left heel. Start the 30 seconds. You're going to alternate sides, unless this bothers your neck, in which case you can grab your neck with your left hand while you do 10 right heel taps and then switch sides. You've got 20 seconds left. Coming up on 15 minutes for the workout. You will easily be finished in 7 seconds. I think it's going to take even less time than that. I think I'm comfortable at saying 5 to 6 minutes. I haven't been so utterly talkative today, trying to kind of get you through this workout pretty efficiently and have you move on to the next thing that you want to do for your day, which I always appreciate when I work out with somebody. Very good. Okay, now we're going to do some side crunches. So what I want you to do now is bring your hands back behind your head. Your knees are bent still. Now lower both knees down to the right, but keep both shoulders on the floor. You're going to take a deep breath in, exhale, lift straight up. Make sure you're looking at your ceiling. You really want to focus on keeping that head in a neutral position, which is why you want to look up instead of looking forward. All right, let's go for 15 seconds on this side, then we'll switch directions or switch sides. Good. Almost finished. Hang in there for a little longer, and you will be able to very easily be able to say you don't have to go to the gym and it doesn't matter. You can skip it and no guilt involved. This is totally a substitute workout for any number of fairly significant workouts you might do in your gym, where you go in and you're like, oh, let me get on the treadmill and do a slow jog for 20 minutes, and then you do a couple of crunches and you leave. Problem is you spend 30 minutes getting there, 30 minutes switch sides, by the way. Lower your knees down to the left side. Went a little long there on the right side. I guess we'll have to make up for that. Okay, that's okay. 30 seconds. Yeah, so those, the travel time to and from the gym makes the workout commitment seem more significant, of course, but when you really force yourself to control your movement, you know what you're doing it correctly, and you're really efficient in terms of not stopping in between different things that you're doing. You get your heart rate up, you keep it up, and you can get a fantastic workout in 20 minutes, which is what you're getting. We're coming up on, we're at 17 minutes here. Okay, let's do a Russian twist now. Do a little rotation. Get a little bit of everything in here today. So you're sitting all the way up. Now lean back to about 45 degrees so that your torso is at about 45 degrees. Bend your knees, your heels are on the floor, your toes are in the air. If you want to make this harder, lift your heels up off the floor, and you're going to twist all the way to the right. Touch the right side of the floor beside your body. Touch it, and then touch the other side on the left. So really rotate as far as you can. You want to make sure that your rib cage is fully moving 45 degrees or close to it with each twist. Very nice. Keep it going. You've got about 10 more seconds. I love these workouts. I haven't stepped my foot into a gym to do a workout for myself in about 8 years. And I ran my best marathon just this past year, and I'm probably in the best shape of my life at 43 years old. So there really is there's no excuse to not sort of acquaint yourself with a life without the gym, unless you from a social perspective you enjoy it, which I guess you might, but I don't have time for that nonsense. I have a little kid. I have life in New York. It's way too busy for me to spend any time on those types of activities. Okay, now we're going to do some roll-ups. Woohoo! Finish up with the roll-ups, and we'll stretch the hamstrings at the same time, okay? So roll your body all the way back, but very slowly. Your legs are extended now, straight out from your body. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, press your lower back into the floor. Use your abs to lift your torso up off the floor completely. Now stretch your arms forward and at least get a hold of your shin. Run your fingers down the length of your shin, hopefully to your ankles and maybe your toes. Then start working your way back very slowly, sitting up straight, hinging at your hip, and start rolling one vertebra at a time back to laying down position. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, and as you exhale, lift up. Reach down and touch your fingers to your toes if possible, and roll back. Nice and slow. I would love some feedback on this workout if you have gotten to this point and you are either a fan of ours on Twitter or I guess that's a follower of ours on Twitter, or a fan on Facebook. Send us a note. Let us know what you think. I would love the feedback. I'm Kim Watkins from InShape Fitness, and I will be back next week with another new workout on the InShape Fitness Show. Now, muscle maintenance begins again this coming Monday. We'll have a new sequence starting with the Easy Energy Workout, Level 1 workout on Monday morning. Have a great weekend, a great week. I will see you soon.